Welcome back to another episode of the Make It Shine podcast, brought to you by Celebian, your brand's trusted partner to TikTok success. I'm your host, Ethan James. If you've ever wondered, how do I get my brand started on TikTok? Or, why does branding matter anyway? You're in the right place. Let's begin with the basics. At its core, brand identity is more than just a logo or a catchy slogan. It's about the story you tell, the promise you deliver, and the connection you create with your audience and the value you bring to the table. Your brand identity is the feeling people associate with your name: trust, excitement, curiosity, or even just fun. Now, enter social media. Platforms like TikTok have completely revolutionized branding. They've shifted the power dynamics, giving smaller and starting brands a chance to compete with industry giants. With a single viral moment, your brand could be on the map overnight. TikTok, though a platform where trends move at lightning speed, is a popular venue for building authentic connections and showcasing your personality in a way that resonates with your audience. Taking the time to solidify your brand identity on the platform is key to not just stand out, but be easily remembered. So if you're ready to learn how to harness the power of TikTok to establish your brand, grab your notes app or a notepad, because this episode is packed with tips and tricks to make your brand unforgettable. Let's get started. Brand identity is the essence of who your brand is, how it presents itself to the world, and how it's perceived by others. It encompasses every element of your brand, from your logo, color palette, and tone of voice, to the emotions and values your audience associates with you. At its core, brand identity is about creating a distinct personality that sets your business apart, making it memorable and meaningful to the people you aim to connect with. It's not just about aesthetics. It's about shaping an experience that resonates with your audience and builds trust, loyalty, and recognition over time. A strong brand identity is crucial in today's competitive market, especially on platforms as dynamic as TikTok. It ensures consistency across every touchpoint, whether it's a product, advertisement, or a simple TikTok post. This consistency builds familiarity and recognition, allowing your audience to instantly connect what they see with your brand. But more than that, brand identity helps tell your story in a way that feels authentic and personal, giving your business a relatable personality that people can engage with. It's no longer just about selling a product or service, it's about creating a connection. On TikTok, this connection is amplified by the platform's ability to humanize brands through direct interaction, playful content, and relatable storytelling. What makes TikTok especially unique is how it challenges traditional notions of brand identity. The platform thrives on being authentic, creative, and spontaneous, which can often feel at odds with the polished and structured branding strategies businesses have relied on in the past. On TikTok, audiences gravitate toward brands that feel real and human, not overly corporate or rehearsed. This means your brand identity on TikTok must not only reflect who you are, but also adapt to the platform's vibrant and dynamic culture. TikTok's emphasis on trends, humor, and storytelling can push brands to step outside their usual comfort zones. For instance, a brand known for its professionalism might embrace a more casual, playful tone on TikTok to appeal to its audience in a way that aligns with the platform's norms. Similarly, visual identity on TikTok often leans toward bold, attention-grabbing elements, making it vital to integrate your branding, such as specific colors, fonts, or even a signature editing style, into the videos in a way that feels natural and engaging within TikTok's context. If you're looking for ways to take your editing to the next level, check out our previous podcast episode that's all about TikTok editing tips, where we dive into creative techniques and strategies to make your videos pop. TikTok's algorithm-driven virality means that a single video has the potential to reach an enormous audience in a short time. This makes it critical to ensure that every piece of content you create reinforces your brand identity. When people encounter your video in their feed, they should immediately understand who you are and what you stand for, even if they've never interacted with your brand before. But with this opportunity comes a challenge. TikTok's culture evolves rapidly. New trends, challenges, and memes emerge almost daily, and keeping up without compromising your brand identity can be tricky. The key lies in striking a balance by participating in trends that align with your values and adapting them to fit your brand voice and visuals. This not only helps your content feel relevant, but also ensures that you stay true to the essence of your brand, maintaining the trust and connection you've built with your audience. Ultimately, TikTok offers a unique space to redefine and amplify your brand identity. It encourages creativity, relatability, and authenticity, pushing brands to connect with their audiences on a more personal level. By staying true to who you are while embracing the platform's dynamic culture, your brand can carve out a space that feels genuine, memorable, and impactful. TikTok has become fertile ground for brands to express their identities in fresh, engaging ways, and some of the most compelling examples showcase just how diverse the platform can be. From household names to smaller, emerging businesses, brands with a strong TikTok identity find creative ways to resonate with audiences while staying true to their core values. What sets these brands apart is their ability to adapt to TikTok's unique culture, harness their storytelling potentials, and connect meaningfully with their target audience. One of the standout examples of brand identity on TikTok comes from Duolingo, the language learning app. Duolingo's TikTok presence is a masterclass in balancing professionalism with playfulness. Instead of relying on standard educational content, the brand has leaned heavily into humor, often featuring its iconic green owl mascot in absurd, chaotic, but highly shareable skits. This approach has turned the mascot into a character with its own personality that's bold, mischievous, and at times, a little over the top. By tapping into TikTok's love for memes and relatable humor, Duolingo has built a brand identity that is instantly recognizable and refreshingly authentic. Its playful tone doesn't undermine its credibility as a language learning tool. Instead, it enhances its relatability, appealing to younger audiences who might have otherwise overlooked the app. On the other end of the spectrum, Glossier, a beauty brand known for its minimalist and inclusive vibe, has leveraged TikTok to reinforce its brand identity in subtle yet powerful ways. Glossier's content often centers around showcasing real customers and employees using their products, leaning into TikTok trends while maintaining an elegant aesthetic that aligns with their visual identity. For example, they participated in the popular "Get Ready With Me" trend, or created ASMR-inspired videos that highlight their product textures and colors. This genuineness, combined with a clear focus on their core values of simplicity, self-expression, and inclusivity, makes their content feel authentic rather than overly promotional. Glossier's success on TikTok demonstrates how a brand can embrace the platform's trends without sacrificing their identity. Smaller brands have also found remarkable success on TikTok by sharing their authentic stories and connecting with niche communities. A fantastic example is Pink Honey UK, an independent makeup brand that has captured TikTok's attention with its unique products and creative approach to content. Their videos feature demonstrations of their innovative brow and makeup tools, along with behind-the-scenes peeks into their production process. Pink Honey UK also excels at tapping into TikTok trends, often using trending sounds and challenges to showcase their products in fun and engaging ways. What sets them apart is their focus on making beauty accessible and inclusive, while maintaining a fun and vibrant aesthetic that aligns perfectly with TikTok's culture. By engaging directly with their followers through comments, reposting user-generated contents, and responding to viral questions about their products, they've built a tight-knit and loyal community. Their content feels authentic and personal, proving that even smaller brands can use TikTok to amplify their voices and connect deeply with their target audience. Pink Honey UK demonstrates how creativity and a strong sense of identity can turn even niche businesses into beloved brands on the platform. Then there's Gymshark, a fitness brand that has mastered the art of blending inspiration with relatability. Gymshark uses TikTok to highlight not just its products, but also the lifestyle and community that comes with them. From sharing workout tips to featuring user-generated content from everyday people on their fitness journeys, the brand reinforces its identity as a supportive and inclusive fitness partner. They're also quick to embrace TikTok trends, often tying them back to fitness in creative ways, such as using trending sounds to create relatable or motivational videos. This approach keeps their content fresh and exciting, while ensuring it always ties back to their core message of empowering individuals to achieve their fitness goals. A particularly unique example is Scrub Daddy, a company selling colorful cleaning sponges. What could easily be a mundane product comes to life on TikTok through clever, entertaining content. Scrub Daddy's videos often use humor, dramatic storytelling, and even satire to turn their sponges into unlikely protagonists. By embracing TikTok's quirky side, Scrub Daddy has carved out a distinct identity that feels fun and approachable, proving that even everyday household items can have a vibrant personality on the platform. Each of these brands, regardless of their size and industry, demonstrates that success on TikTok hinges on understanding the platform's culture and audience while staying true to who you are as a brand and what you value. Whether it's Duolingo's humor, Glossier's heartwarming authenticity, or Scrub Daddy's silly stories, these brands show that TikTok isn't just a place for flashy marketing, but a space to build real and lasting connections. Strong brand identity isn't just about standing out. It's about creating content that feels genuine, resonates with your target audience, and reinforces the message you want your brand to convey. Every great journey starts with a destination in mind, and building a brand on TikTok is no exception. Before diving into content creation, it's crucial to establish clear, measurable goals that will guide your efforts and help you gauge success. What do you want to achieve on TikTok? Do you want to build awareness for your brand? TikTok's massive reach and viral potential make it ideal for putting your brand in front of a wider audience. Do you want to engage with a new demographic? If you want to tap into a younger, trend-savvy audience, TikTok is the place to be. Do you want to drive sales or traffic to your website? With creative call to action and clickable links, you can turn TikTok views into tangible business results. Do you want to establish a community and loyalty around your brand? TikTok is about connections and fostering relationships with your followers who share your values. When setting goals, remember to be specific. Instead of, "I want to gain followers," aim for, "I want to grow to 10,000 followers in 6 months by posting 3 times a week." Concrete goals keep you focused and motivated while giving you benchmarks to measure progress. Defining a mission and vision is the cornerstone of building a brand that resonates with your audience and stays focused on long-term goals. A mission statement describes why your brand exists and what it aims to do every day. It focuses on the present and what your brand delivers to customers. It answers the questions: what do we do? Who do we serve? Why do we do it? A vision statement, on the other hand, paints a picture of where your brand aspires to go and what long-term impact it seeks to create. It answers the questions: where are we going? What is the big picture? On TikTok, these guiding principles need to resonate with the platform's unique audience who values authenticity, fun, and creativity above all else. Most of the users are predominantly Gen Z and millennials who are digital natives, socially conscious, brand savvy, and allergic to anything that feels fake. They want brands to feel like real people who are approachable, entertaining, and relatable. Tailor your mission to speak their language. If your mission is to promote sustainable living, create TikToks showing eco-friendly practices such as behind-the-scenes clips of your sustainable product manufacturing. If your vision is to inspire creativity, share tutorials, challenges, or collaborations that encourage user participation. A skincare brand with a mission to empower confidence could create videos featuring customers sharing how the products improved their skin and their self-esteem. TikTok isn't about perfection. It's about connection where real and raw wins. Stay true to your mission, but let your brand loosen up a bit to fit TikTok's casual vibe. Join challenges or trends in a way that connects to your mission. Embrace humor and playfulness. Even serious brands can add a touch of fun to their TikTok presence, reply to comments, even to duets, and show genuine interest in your audience's feedback. TikTok thrives on positivity and creativity, so share your long-term goals in a way that excites and engages them. If your brand vision is to create a community of changemakers, use your mission and vision as rallying points to connect with like-minded users. Start challenges or hashtags. Partner with TikTok influencers who share your values to amplify your mission. Highlight user comments, duets, or videos that align with your brand's vision. TikTok is a platform of limitless potential, but to truly succeed, you need more than clever videos. You need purpose. By setting clear goals and aligning your mission and vision with TikTok's unique culture, you can create content that not only entertains, but also resonates with your audience. When your brand is purposeful, authentic, and adaptable, TikTok becomes more than just a platform. It becomes a stage where your mission shines, your community grows, and your vision comes to life. Core values are the guiding principles that define what your brand stands for. They shape your identity, influence your decisions, and communicate what's most important to you as a business. When done right, core values act like a magnet, attracting people who believe in your mission and creating a community that shares your vision. On TikTok, core values take an even greater significance. In a space where authenticity and relatability dominate, values that resonate with your audience can transform casual viewers into loyal followers and advocates for your brand. Before you can infuse your values into your TikTok strategy, you need to clearly define them. Begin by reflecting on your purpose by answering the following questions. Why does your brand exist beyond making a profit? What change do you want to create in your industry or community? What does your brand believe in? Consider the principles you hold dear. Are you committed to sustainability, inclusivity, innovation, entertainment? Your values should align with the beliefs of your audience. Next, look inward by identifying what makes you different. What values set you apart from your competitors? Perhaps you champion creativity, innovation, or transparency. Your unique values will become the cornerstone of your messaging. Your values influence the emotional connection you create with your audience. Decide what feelings your brand should evoke, whether it's trust, excitement, or empowerment. Choose ones that genuinely reflect your brand's identity, as TikTok users can spot disingenuousness from a mile away. Don't say you prioritize sustainability if your practices don't back it up. Being authentic builds trust, and trust builds loyalty. Once your core values are defined, it's time to bring them to life in a way that aligns with TikTok's creative and fast-paced culture. People connect with stories, not slogans. Instead of stating your values, use the platform to highlight how your brand lives its values. Share behind-the-scenes videos that show your commitment to your values, or use real stories from your customers or employees to illustrate your impact. Center your TikTok campaigns around your core values by starting a branded hashtag challenge that encourages users to align with your values, or participate in trending conversations or challenges in a way that reflects your principles. TikTok fosters interactions, so use features like duets and live sessions to engage with your audience and reinforce your identity. Reply to comments with thoughtful responses that reflect your brand's personality and values. Host live Q&A sessions to discuss topics related to your mission. Consistency is key to reinforcing what you value. Ensure that every piece of content aligns with your principles, whether it's a funny skit or an educational post. Use captions to tie them back to your mission or principles. One of the best ways to showcase your values is to celebrate those of your audience. Engage with their content, amplify their voice by sharing their content that reflects your values. Highlighting inspiring stories from your followers shows appreciation and fosters a sense of community. By showcasing your core values and principles, creating value-driven content, and engaging genuinely with your audience, you'll not only build a memorable TikTok presence, but also create a community that believes in your brand as much as you do. Every successful brand begins with knowing who they're speaking to. TikTok isn't like other platforms where you cast a wide net and hope for the best. Its perceptive algorithm, unique culture, and diverse user base require you to be intentional about who you're reaching to and how you're connecting. Getting it right means not only growing your brand, but also building a loyal, engaged community that champions what you do. Imagine standing in a room full of people, each with different personalities, interests, styles, even attention spans. You wouldn't talk to everyone the same, would you? The same logic applies to TikTok. When you know your audience, you can craft content that speaks directly to their interests, pain points, and preferences. You'll not only grab their attention, but also create a sense of connection. To define your target audience, start by asking these foundational questions. Who are they? What's their age range? TikTok is primarily dominated by Gen Z, ages 16 to 24, but millennials, ages 25 to 40, and older generations are rapidly increasing their presence. Where are they? Are they global or localized? The platform also has a global reach, but certain countries and regions dominate more than others, so it's important to identify where the majority of your audience are located and tailor your content and posting schedules accordingly. What do they do? Are they students, professionals, parents? What hobbies and other interests do they typically have? Understanding their lifestyles helps you relate to their experiences. Demographics on TikTok only tell half the story. The other half is knowing and understanding their mindsets. What problems are they trying to solve? Are they looking for inspiration, a laugh, or a sense of belonging? What trends and niches do they love? Users engage with content across various niches, so dive into these micro-communities to find where your brand fits best. What's their vibe? Is your audience quirky and playful or professional and polished? What drives them? Is it to learn, to have fun, or to express themselves? Knowing the answers to these questions will help you craft content that resonates deeply. Next, research TikTok-specific behaviors to understand how your audience engages with the platform. What type of content do they enjoy? Are they into short tutorials, commentary, funny skits, behind the scenes, or viral challenges? When are they the most active? Analyze when your target audience is most likely to be scrolling on the platform. TikTok analytics can help you find peak engagement times. How do they typically interact with content? Do they leave a comment, share or save posts, or create a duet? Observing their behavior will guide you how to structure your videos. Once you have a grasp on your audience's behaviors, it's a good practice to create an audience persona. A persona is a detailed profile that represents your ideal TikTok viewer. It's not a real person, but a fictional character based on research and insights about your target audience. Think of it as a guide that helps you better understand who you're speaking to, what they care about, and how to connect with them. Even though TikTok is home to 1 billion active users worldwide, not all of them will be part of your target audience. An audience persona will help you make your content more focused and tailored to the interests and needs of your target audience instead of trying to appeal to everyone. When your content feels personal, viewers are more likely to engage, follow, and trust your brand. A persona also makes your branding consistent by keeping your messaging, tone, and visuals aligned with what your audience loves. To bring your audience persona to life, give them a name and a backstory to make them relatable. For example, Mia, 22, a college student who loves thrift fashion and aesthetic DIYs. She scrolls TikTok during study breaks, looking for budget-friendly style hacks. Doing this will help you understand your ideal viewer inside and out and turn casual scrollers into loyal followers who connect with your brand on a deeper level. When it comes to branding, your brand voice is like the personality of your content. It's not just what you say, but how you communicate with your audience in a way that's uniquely you. With millions of videos posted daily, your brand voice helps distinguish you from competitors and gives viewers a reason to remember you. It is what makes your communication feel personal and recognizable. Think of it as how you'd describe your brand if it were a person. Are you funny, sincere, edgy, or professional? On TikTok, your voice is one of the first things that grabs attention and what leaves a lasting impression which keeps your audience coming back. Since TikTok's user base skews young and values authenticity, your voice needs to feel natural, relatable, unforced, and conversational. A robotic or rehearsed tone is likely to put viewers off who crave genuine interactions. Once you have identified and have a deep understanding of your audience, it's time to define your brand voice. TikTok users have an expectation for brands to meet them on their level, adapting a tone that feels conversational, approachable, and engaging. The key is to craft a voice that feels relatable but also aligns with your core identity. Humor, inspiration, and empathy are common tones that perform well on TikTok, but they must be tailored to your unique offering. Developing your brand voice also requires consistency. While your tone may vary slightly depending on the context, serious in a tutorial, humorous in a trend-based video, the underlying personality of your brand should remain consistent. If your audience associates your brand with witty humor, and you suddenly post an overly formal content, it can create a disconnect. Consistency doesn't mean rigidity. Rather, it ensures that no matter what content you're creating, your audience can instantly recognize it as you. Once you've defined your voice, implementing it reflectively on TikTok involves weaving it into every aspect of your content. Your brand voice should shine through in your video scripts, interactions with your audience, your choice of music, as well as the captions you include in your posts. If your brand voice is witty and playful, you can use funny A-sides or on-screen texts, or have wacky expressions for key moments in your video. If your brand voice is chill and informative, your videos may include ambient background music and a deliberate and succinct speech. One of the most effective ways to establish your brand voice is through engagement. TikTok is inherently interactive, and your voice should extend to how you respond to comments, participate in challenges, or stitch other creators' videos. If someone asks a question about your product in the comments, your response should feel like a continuation of your content's personality. An arts and crafts brand with a quirky, upbeat voice might reply with an informative yet witty one-liner, while a wellness brand with a nurturing tone might write a thoughtful and encouraging response. These interactions build a sense of community and reinforce your identity. Adapting your brand voice to TikTok's culture also means being open to experimentation. TikTok trends evolve rapidly, and some may require you to tweak your usual tone. For instance, a serious brand might step out of its comfort zone to join a lighthearted trend in a way that feels natural, while still maintaining respect for its overarching identity. Flexibility is crucial, and the willingness to adapt without losing sight of your core personality allows you to stay relevant and relatable. Finally, your brand voice should grow alongside your TikTok presence. As you engage with your audience and gain insights into what resonates, you can refine your voice to better reflect the community you've built. This doesn't mean reinventing yourself, but rather evolving in a way that feels organic and responsive to your audience's needs. In essence, your brand voice on TikTok is your invitation to connect. It's what makes your content memorable, your interactions meaningful, and your brand human. By developing a voice that reflects your values, resonates with your audience, and adapts to the platform's dynamic culture, you can create a lasting impression that goes beyond trends and fosters genuine loyalty. Building a strong visual identity on TikTok is a powerful way to make your brand memorable in a fast-paced, visually driven platform. Visual identity encompasses all the elements that represent your brand's personality and values through design, which includes colors, fonts, logos, and the overall aesthetic of your content. On TikTok, a distinct visual identity not only captures attention, but also creates a cohesive and recognizable brand presence. It becomes the thread that ties all your content together, ensuring your audience knows who you are the moment they see your video thumbnail. A solid visual identity is essential because TikTok, a massive platform with bite-sized content, thrives on quick recognition. Unlike other platforms, TikTok's emphasis on short-form videos means you have mere seconds to make an impression. A consistent visual identity helps your audience associate certain visuals with your brand, even without needing a logo plastered everywhere. For example, a bold, vibrant color scheme can signal fun and energy, while muted tones and minimalist designs can convey sophistication and calm. When users repeatedly encounter these consistent elements in your videos, your brand becomes memorable, even amidst a sea of creators. Adapting your visual identity on TikTok requires understanding the platform's unique features and culture. TikTok is not the place for overly polished and traditional branding elements. Instead, it celebrates spontaneity, creativity, and authenticity. While your identity should remain true to your brand, it must also feel approachable and engaging within TikTok's playful and experimental nature. For instance, instead of relying solely on static logos or rigid typography, you might use your brand colors in creative ways, whether through clothing, set design, or text overlays. TikTok's features play a pivotal role in shaping your visual identity. Effects, stickers, filters, and transitions are not just add-ons. They are tools that can amplify your brand's personality. Filters, for instance, can be used to reinforce your brand's aesthetic. A beauty brand might use warm, glowy filters to enhance its product's appeal, while a tech brand might opt for futuristic effects to amplify the innovation behind their products. Similarly, stickers and text overlays can convey your tone, whether it be fun-loving, informative, or glamorous, and serve as a signature in your content. These features, when used consistently, become part of your visual language. Transitions are another hallmark of TikTok content and can be a creative way to incorporate your brand identity. A fashion brand could use smooth outfit change transitions tied to its color palette or style, while a food brand might employ stop-motion techniques to highlight the process of preparing a meal with its products. The key is to make these elements feel intentional and carefully chosen to align with your overall visual style, ensuring they enhance rather than overshadow your message. Consistency across your content is crucial in establishing a strong visual identity. Every video doesn't have to look identical, but there should be a clear thread linking them together. For instance, recurring elements like specific color, fonts, themes, or framing style can help create a sense of familiarity. If your videos often include on-screen text, Stick to the same font or a similar style that aligns with your brand's personality. If you use props or backdrops, choose ones that reflect your brand's aesthetic, and avoid switching styles drastically from one video to the next. Over time, these consistent visual cues will help your audience immediately recognize your content in their feed. However, staying consistent doesn't mean being inflexible. The trick is to align your visual identity with TikTok's dynamic features without losing your core aesthetic. For example, when participating in a trending challenge or using a viral effect, consider how to customize it to suit your brand. A coffee shop might use a trending filter to highlight its latte art, while ensuring the colors and framing match its warm and cozy branding. A fitness brand might integrate a viral dance challenge into its content while keeping its logo subtly visible in the background. Adapting to TikTok's culture also means embracing its less polished, more candid approach to visuals. While Instagram or Pinterest may call for perfection, TikTok's audience prefer candid and authentic contents. Behind-the-scenes clips, day-in-the-life videos, or user-generated content can all be incorporated into your strategy while maintaining a cohesive look. Even these spontaneous moments can carry your brand's visual identity through thoughtful touches, like weaving your brand colors or framing the shot in a way that feels consistent with your style. Finally, your visual identity on TikTok should evolve alongside your brand's growth and audience feedback. As you experiment with new features and formats, pay attention to what resonates the most with your viewers. This doesn't mean having to change your identity, but rather refining it to better fit the platform and your audience. By staying open to feedback and to possible iterations while holding on to the core elements that define your brand, you can maintain a dynamic yet recognizable presence. Building a visual identity on TikTok is about blending creativity with consistency. By tailoring your aesthetic to the platform's playful features and culture, while staying true to your brand's personality and values, you create a distinctive presence that not only attracts but also retains an engaged audience. Whether through vibrant filters, clever transitions, or subtle brand signatures, a strong visual identity ensures that every piece of content contributes to your brand's story in a meaningful and memorable way. TikTok is a creative playground with endless possibilities for expressing your brand's personality. Understanding the different types of content you can do on the platform and strategically leveraging them in compelling ways will not only keep your brand relevant, but also significantly increase the chance of turning casual viewers of your content into followers and eventually into loyal fans. Storytelling content is one of the most powerful ways to showcase who you are as a brand. Whether it's a heartfelt origin story, a behind-the-scenes glimpse into your operations, or a narrative about how your product solves common problems, storytelling helps humanize your brand. TikTok users love to watch stories unfold, and sharing your journey, including your challenges, triumphs, and mission, creates a sense of connection. For more in-depth knowledge on how to make the most of this content type, our podcast episode, Storytelling on TikTok, has all the tips you need. From creating a compelling hook for the first few seconds to keeping your audience glued to your content. Educational content is another way to communicate your brand's value and personality. By sharing helpful tips, how-tos, or interesting facts related to your industry, you position yourself as an authority while adding value to your audience. For example, a skincare brand might create videos explaining the benefits of certain ingredients or how to build a skincare routine using a tone that matches its identity, whether that's friendly and approachable or more polished and professional. Educational content can also extend to dispelling myths or addressing common questions in your niche, allowing you to showcase expertise while engaging viewers in a meaningful dialogue. Product-focused content is a natural fit for TikTok, but must be approached with creativity to avoid feeling overly promotional. Instead of directly pushing a product, think about how you can demonstrate its value in an entertaining and relatable way. For instance, a food brand might create quick recipe videos using their product as an ingredient, showcasing both the product and its usefulness in an enjoyable format. A fitness brand could highlight its gear through inspiring transformation videos or funny skits that connect with its audience lifestyle. The key is to present your product as part of a larger story or experience, aligning with your brand's personality and the needs of your audience. Speaking of funny skits, humorous and lighthearted content is particularly popular and effective on TikTok. If humor aligns with your brand personality, you can create skits, parodies, or funny reaction videos that resonate with your audience. For instance, a tech brand might poke fun at common digital struggles in a way that highlights its solutions, while a pet care brand could share hilarious but relatable moments with animals to connect pet lovers. Humor is a great way to build rapport and foster positive associations with your brand, especially if it feels authentic and aligns with your values. Behind-the-scenes content adds an extra layer of authenticity to your TikTok strategy, pulling back the curtain to reveal the people, processes, or stories behind your brand. This type of content can showcase your personality by highlighting your team's energy, your commitment to quality, or even the fun quirks of your workplace culture. For instance, an artisanal brand might show the craftsmanship that goes into each product, emphasizing attention to detail and passion, while a vibrant, youthful startup might share candid moments of brainstorming sessions or office gags. Behind-the-scenes videos create intimate moments, helping your audience feel like they're part of your brand's journey. User-generated content, or UGC, is another type of TikTok content that can amplify your brand identity. Encouraging your audience to create videos featuring your products or engaging with your brand in creative ways not only fosters community, but also showcases your personality through the lens of your customers. For example, a fashion brand might encourage followers to share their unique styling tips using branded hashtags, while a beverage company might challenge users to come up with unique recipes or rituals involving their drinks. Sharing or reacting to UGCs further strengthens your brand's presence while showing that you value and celebrate your community. Inspirational content also has a place on TikTok, especially for brands that align with uplifting or motivational themes. Sharing stories of success, transformation, or overcoming challenges can connect emotionally with viewers and reflect your brand's mission. For example, a wellness brand might post videos of people achieving their health goals with its products, paired with uplifting music and captions. These strategies not only inspire but also reinforce your brand's purpose and values. Participating in TikTok trends is another essential aspect of creating relevant and engaging content. Trends can include specific challenges, popular music, or viral effects, and they're a significant driver of discoverability on the platform. However, joining these trends doesn't mean sacrificing your brand identity to fit in. The key is to adapt these trends to align with your brand's unique perspective and values. For instance, a fitness brand might join a trending dance challenge, but incorporate workout moves into the choreography, making it both relevant to the trend and on-brand. A food brand might use popular music to create a cooking montage featuring their signature products. This kind of adaptation allows you to stay part of the conversation while reinforcing what makes your brand distinct. Creating branded takes on trends and challenges is an excellent way to combine relevance with originality. Instead of replicating a trend exactly as it is, put your spin on it by infusing your brand's unique elements. If, for example, a trend involves comedy, think about how your brand's specific tone of humor can shine through. If the trend involves showcasing a transformation, consider how your product or service can naturally fit into that narrative. By adding your touch, you make the content uniquely yours and avoid getting lost in the sea of similar videos. TikTok's fast-paced nature demands adaptability. Trends come and go quickly, and staying attuned to what's resonating on the platform allows you to stay relevant. However, it's crucial to be selective in which trends you choose to participate in. Not every viral challenge or music will align with your brand, and forcing a fit can feel jarring or disingenuous at worst. Instead, focus on trends that naturally complement your message or provide an opportunity to showcase your personality. By being intentional, you ensure that your content remains relevant, yet authentic and aligned with your brand identity. Lastly, TikTok's unique features like duets and stitches allow for collaborative content that can also reflect your brand's personality. By reacting to or building upon other creators' videos, you show that your brand is approachable and engaged with the community. A beauty brand might duet with creators using its products, sharing genuine reactions or tips, while a tech brand could stitch a viral problem-solving video to showcase how their solution fits perfectly into the situation. These interactive formats highlight your personality in a conversational and community-driven way. Ultimately, creating content that reflects your brand identity on TikTok is about building a relationship with your audience. Every video, trend, and interaction should serve as an opportunity to reinforce your personality, values, and what makes your brand unique. It's a process of storytelling where each piece of content you put out adds to the longer narrative of who you are and why your brand matters. We focused on organic branding strategies in this episode, but if you're curious about taking your TikTok branding to the next level with ads, our blog article, Using TikTok Ads to Improve Your Brand's Reach, will be your go-to guide for exploring how paid strategies can work for you, so be sure to give it a read. Engaging with your audience on TikTok is about creating a two-way relationship that reinforces your brand identity and builds a loyal following. TikTok fosters connections, making audience engagement a cornerstone of successful branding on the platform. Unlike traditional marketing channels where communication is often one-sided, TikTok encourages interaction, participation, and conversation. For brands, this presents a unique opportunity to showcase their personalities, build trust, and foster a sense of belonging among followers. Audience engagement reflects your brand's values and commitment to community. How you interact with your audience communicates a lot about who you are as a brand. A fun, quirky brand might respond to comments with witty replies or playful duets, reinforcing its sense of humor and being approachable. On the other hand, a more serious brand might focus on being informative and adding value through thorough demonstrations of their products and providing solutions to common comments or questions posted by their followers. These interactions are extensions of your brand's voice, which allows your personality to shine in every exchange. When done well, engagement helps humanize your brand, making it feel less like a faceless entity and more like a relatable and dependable presence in the platform. One of the unique aspects of TikTok engagement is the opportunity to involve your audience in your content. Features like challenges, duets, and stitches invite viewers to collaborate with your brand, turning passive followers into active participants. For example, if your brand launches a challenge or trend, encouraging your viewers to join in with their own creative takes can spark a wave of engagement that extends your reach. By spotlighting user-generated content, from sharing it and reacting to it, to including it into your content, you show appreciation for your followers' participation and creativity while amplifying their voices. This not only deepens connections, but also reinforces your brand's role as a facilitator of fun, creativity, and shared experiences. Engaging with your audience also involves staying attuned to their interests and feedback. TikTok's rapid-paced culture means trends, preferences, and conversations evolve quickly, and being part of them shows that your brand is paying attention. Monitoring the comment section can reveal valuable insights into what resonates with your audience. Are they asking for a specific type of content? Do they have recurring clarifications regarding your product? Are they sharing their own stories or ideas? Listening to these cues can guide your content strategy and align it with what your audience needs and expects from you. Along with monitoring your comments, maintaining an active presence shows that your brand cares about its followers. Taking the time to respond to comments is an easy but impactful way to start conversations and show that you're listening. Whether it's answering questions, acknowledging compliments, or even joining in on jokes, these small interactions show that you care and are within their reach. This is particularly important for smaller or newer brands as it demonstrates a personal touch that larger brands or businesses may lack. Doing live videos is another powerful way to engage with your TikTok audience in real time. Going live allows you to connect directly with your community, answering questions, sharing intimate moments about your brand, or discussing topics related to your business or industry. This format creates a sense of immediacy and intimacy that's hard to achieve through pre-recorded content. These interactions not only reinforce your brand's authority in its niche, but also foster genuine connections with your audience and a sense of community. Another key aspect of engagement is acknowledging and rewarding your followers. Celebrating milestones such as reaching a follower goal or launching a new product and thanking your audience for their support shows gratitude and fosters loyalty. You can also spotlight your most engaged followers, whether through shout-outs, personalized responses, or even featuring their content. This not only strengthens individual connections, but also motivates others to engage more actively, knowing that their contributions are valued. Ultimately, engaging with your TikTok audience is about fostering genuine relationships. It's not enough to post content and hope for views. Your brand needs to be an active participant in the community you're building. Every interaction is an opportunity to reinforce your identity, demonstrate your values, and create meaningful connections. In the process, you're not only building a strong brand presence, but also cultivating a loyal and engaged audience that feels truly connected to what you stand for. Visit our accompanying article, How to Convert TikTok Engagement into Brand Loyalty, for more tips to make your followers into true advocates for your brand. Building and reinforcing a brand identity on TikTok comes with its own set of unique challenges. While the platform offers unparalleled opportunities for creating engagement, its quick-paced, trend-driven nature can make it difficult for brands to strike the right balance between staying relevant and staying true to their identity. Many brands stumble not because they lack effort or creativity, but because they fail to navigate the nuances of the platform effectively, leading to diluted messaging or missed opportunities for meaningful connections. Understanding these common challenges and mistakes is crucial to crafting a brand presence that is both authentic and impactful. One of the most significant challenges brands face on TikTok is finding their footing in a platform dominated by casual and fun content. TikTok is inherently unpolished, with its viral stars often filming in bedrooms or backyards, and its audience gravitating toward authenticity over perfection. For brands accustomed to more traditional forms of marketing which use polished advertisements, curated Instagram feeds, and scripted messaging, adapting to TikTok's raw and playful culture can be daunting. Overproduced content often comes across as inauthentic or too corporate, and alienating TikTok's audience who prefer relatable and human-centric interactions. The challenge here lies in finding a way to maintain professional quality, while embracing the spontaneity and informality that TikTok is known for. Another common pitfall is the temptation to choose every trend without considering how it aligns with the brand's identity. TikTok trends come and go very quickly, and it's easy for brands to feel the pressure to participate in every viral challenge or hop on whatever's popular to stay visible. While trends undoubtedly are valuable tools for increasing reach, blindly jumping on them can water down a brand's messaging. For example, a luxury fashion brand might lose credibility by participating in a trend that feels overly casual or gimmicky, while a brand rooted in social activism might send mixed signals by engaging with frivolous or unrelated content. The challenge here is to be discerning, only choosing trends that genuinely align with your brand's values and personality, while finding ways to put a unique and branded spin on them. Consistency is another area where brands often falter. A strong brand identity relies on coherence across all touchpoints, but TikTok's dynamic nature can sometimes pull brands in too many directions. One day, they might post an educational video. The next, they might try a funny skit or a dramatic story. While diversity in content is important, a lack of thematic or stylistic consistency can leave viewers confused about what the brand really is all about. For instance, a brand known for its eco-conscious values might undermine its identity by posting content that doesn't reflect those principles, such as participating in a trend that glamorizes excessive consumption. The challenge is to balance variety with a clear and recognizable brand voice, ensuring that every piece of content reinforces your core values. Want to make sure your brand identity stays strong no matter how TikTok evolves? Our article, 7 Ways to Maintain Brand Consistency, as TikTok evolves, explores strategies that can help you stay true to your identity while embracing change. Misunderstanding the TikTok audience is another stumbling block for many brands. TikTok's user base skews younger, with Gen Z and millennials making up the majority of its audience. This demographic values authenticity, inclusivity, and creativity, and they're quick to call out anything that feels fake. Brands that come across as pandering, tone-deaf, or overly self-promotional risk not just losing engagement, but also damaging their reputation. For example, attempting to use internet slang or cultural references without fully understanding what they really mean can lead to cringe-worthy moments that could put viewers off or potentially be offensive. To avoid this, having a deep understanding of the platform's culture and your target audience's expectations are key to producing content that resonates naturally without feeling forced or out of touch. Another mistake brands often make is focusing solely on gaining followers or views, rather than fostering genuine engagement. It's easy to get caught up in numbers and metrics such as likes and shares, But TikTok's real power lies in building communities. Brands that prioritize going viral over meaningful connection might see short-term spikes in visibility, but struggle to retain loyal followers. For instance, creating clickbaity content that grabs attention but offers no real value can leave the audience feeling betrayed, ultimately undermining your credibility. The challenge is to prioritize quality over quantity, crafting content that sparks conversations, invites participation, and builds lasting relationships with your audience. Finally, failing to adapt to feedback or evolving trends can hinder a brand's ability to grow on TikTok. The platform's algorithm rewards experimentation and responsiveness, and audiences appreciate brands that listen and grow. However, some brands stick rigidly to their initial strategies, even when they're not yielding results. For instance, continuing to post highly scripted content when your audience clearly responds better to more candid types of content can limit your potential for growth. Similarly, ignoring constructive criticism in the comments or failing to engage with your community's input can make your brand seem distant or unapproachable. The challenge here is to remain flexible and test out new ideas. Learn from performance metrics as well as from the mistakes of other content creators, and incorporate audience feedback to refine your approach over time. In the end, the key to overcoming these challenges is to maintain a clear sense of your brand's identity while staying adaptable to the platform's unique demands. TikTok's landscape is always evolving, but by staying true to your core values, deeply understanding your audience and embracing the platform's creative possibilities, you can create a brand presence that is not only consistent, but also deeply resonant. Mistakes and challenges happen, but they're also opportunities to learn and grow, allowing your brand to thrive in one of the most dynamic and engaging spaces in the digital world. As you build your brand identity on TikTok, gaining visibility and connecting with your audience are essential steps in establishing your presence. Crafting authentic content, finding your voice, and staying consistent to your identity are key. But the reality is that TikTok's algorithm also rewards momentum, and sometimes getting that initial boost can be the hardest part. This is where Celebian's TikTok follower packages can seamlessly complement your branding efforts. These packages are not about shortcuts. Instead, they act as springboards, giving your account the traction it needs to reach the audience you've worked so hard to define and understand. By increasing your follower count strategically, you position your brand with enough social proof that attracts organic engagement in the long run, and allowing your content to shine in front of a broader audience. When used thoughtfully and as part of a larger strategy, Celebian's TikTok follower packages can amplify the work you've done to align your brand identity with TikTok's unique culture, helping you reach your goals efficiently and effectively. Visit our website at Celebian.com to find out which TikTok follower package fits your needs, and if you're not sure, you can always reach out to our friendly support team that's always ready to help. As we wrap up this episode, we want to thank you for taking the time to join us on this journey into building a strong brand identity on TikTok. We hope you're leaving with fresh insights and renewed inspiration to get creative with your brand on the platform. TikTok is a space where authenticity shines and connections flourish, and your brand has the potential to truly stand out with the right identity. If you enjoyed this episode, we'd love for you to visit our website at Celebian.com for more resources and tips to help you succeed on TikTok. Don't forget to follow us on our social media accounts, which are linked in the descriptions, to stay connected and keep the conversation going. We enjoy sharing more tips, strategies, and updates to help you thrive on TikTok and beyond. Stay tuned for more episodes we have in store for you. Thanks again for listening and being part of our community. Until next time, keep creating, keep connecting, and keep shining on TikTok.